Hello, hi, good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our webinar attendance for today. Okay, so have you seen my screen? Okay, so this is the Human Capital Management Solution for Webinar Training Attendance module. Alright, so before we starting, we just introduced about our agenda for today. So here is a webinar agenda. For 10 a.m. we start our training. Okay, so 11 a.m. we break on 50 minutes. So after 50 minutes, we continue our training. Okay, the last one on 15, we have a Q&A session. Alright, so before we begin the webinar, so participants may ask questions anytime during the session, but the question will be chosen and addressed by trainer during the Q&A session. So presenter we will only answer question during the Q&A session. So participant will not able to talk during the training. However, chat box is always open during the session for any question, and the presenter will not able to answer during the presentation. The answer will be shared via email by following week Monday morning. Right? Okay, so hopefully your end able to uh, hear my voice, and then I will go through for the next slide. Okay, so this is the attendance module key topics. First, we introduce module key feature. Second, employee self-service, general navigation, example like live right menu, mobile apps. Second is a self-check, shift or schedule. And then request, clock in or clock out, self OT, absent, others. And last one is approval, OT, short hours, change shift. Okay, settings. Third is the settings, a shift, overtime pattern, schedule, location, daily allowance, and monthly allowance. Right, so what is HR producer? HR procedures for attendance, assign schedule, check staff attendance, exception status and how to resolve, log attendance, duty roster, and last one is a report. Alright, so next, this is the training outcome. By end of the session, you should be able to set up approval workflow. Second is the setup overtime pattern. Third is setup shift and schedule. Fourth is the setup daily and monthly allowance. Fifth is assign employee schedule. Six is a use duty roster. Seven is monitor employees attendance. And act as a view and resolve exception status. Nine is a check employees overtimes, hours. And last one is a log attendance. Okay, so this one I will show you one by one after this. Alright, so this is the HR process flow. First is employee self-service. Second setting, import clock data, monitoring clock data, report, and last one is a log shift. So this is the HR process flow lah. Right, so HR process flow for the first one is employee self-service ESS. So first is a first time login. So first time login, you can able to dashboard view, profile view, and edit request, change password, notification, calendar view, list view, my request, attendance and OT request, my approval, attendance and OT request, and web logging. So this is the part the employee side can able to view, but it depends on the access, right? Right, so this is the example for the view from the system, okay? And also this is the left menu here. So the right menu here, you can see the request from the request and approve. Right, so this one you can able to view now. Alright, so when you click that my request, you are able to see the attendance request here. So this is the attendance request for under time lah, self overtime, plan overtime, and we have also the short hours, change shift, incomplete entry, and absent. So this is the list of the time request. Okay. Alright, so we move to the mobile version. So here the attendance request and approval. So this is the version from the mobile apps lah. So this is the left side is the mobile apps. Okay, right side is have the web mobile apps. So means web means you log in through the Google, or maybe you have your own browser. So this is the view from the web. Okay. All right. So before we go to the setting, so I will show you from the system where is it the ESS file lah. Right. So if let's say the first time login, you can put the email and password. If let's say before this you didn't create your own password, make sure the HR already send the invitation email. Just click that invitation email to create your own password lah. Okay. So we well, you just enter the once you already create your own password, just proceed to login. Use your username and password. All right. So we focus on here, the right menu here. Okay. So from right menu here, you can see your own profile, and here you can see your notification, and you also can view the my calendar here. All right. So here we have the my request, and also we have the my approval. Okay, at the same time, if let's say if you don't want to use the web apps, apps to perform clocking, you can use the web clocking capture here lah. Okay, so this option you can view from the employee side. All right. So just now I show you from the my request. You click my request. Here you have the time request list. Save overtime, plan overtime, short hours, change shift, incomplete entry, and absent. Okay. So this is the list of the time request, right? So you can able to choose lah whether self overtime means your request for OT. Plan means you plan the certain date to have the OT, but we set the limit for hours lah, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours only. Short hours means you have like you have a clock in and clock out, but not enough hours. Let's say for example 9 until 6, but you just clock in and clock out until 9 until 5. You short for 1 hours, you can request your hours here. Okay, maybe you request for 1 hour, so maybe 2 hours, depends. All right. Okay, for the change shift is means if let's say usually it's using for, let's say, staff have shift morning and shift night shift and morning shift. Okay, so maybe this week this staff maybe certain date that day, for example for today, this staff have a morning shift, but suddenly their management, or maybe this morning they cannot attend the work, but they want to change to the night shift. You can ask them to request change shift lah, the original to the new shift at the moment. So incomplete entry means you forgot to clock out, or maybe you forgot to clock in, but you already clock out something. So miss one of the clocking lah, you can choose the incomplete entry. Last one is absent. So absent means there's no any clocking and clock out, but maybe there's some have issue, or maybe technical issue or something, you can ask them to use the request absent. Okay, so this is the my request for time lah. So my approval also the same. Okay, so this is my approval, but so my approval just to select and then just perform the approve. That's it. So this is that for the approval side. All right, so web clocking like this one lah. Here. So you can see your time, and this is your location. What is your current shift here? Then you can perform clock in and clock out. and also you can enter the remarks at the moment. So this is the perform through the web clocking at the moment. Okay. All right. So we move to our slide. Okay, so this is the mobile web version. Okay, so we have the app version and also we have web mobile version. So web mobile version means your own browser from the on your what we call that, on your phone lah in the moment. Okay, so next we go to the HR process flow. The second one is a setting, general and attendance. So this is the flow, approval workflow. Second is this is for the setting, approval workflow. Second is a create shift, create schedule, create location, create device, and create daily or monthly allowance. Right, so this is the screenshot. Where to go to the general and go to the approval. So we go to the setting here and click the general. So when you click general, list all the general setting and you can proceed go to the approval. All right, so when you click the approval, you can go to the here. This is the page for the approval workflow. So here we have the attendance. So each attendance we can set certain approval can approve for certain requests. Let's say if you want to request for request for overtime, for certain approval only can approve. You can choose the approval, then you can add a new or depends on your end. Okay. And also we have the request plan overtime, request short hours. You can change it based on the list of the time request lah. So if you each of list of attendance requests here, different approval, you can set each list of the attendance request different approval lah. Depends on your company practice. Okay. All right. So before we go to the attendance setting, so are we going to show you where is it for the approval flow from the system? Okay, so from here you can see the especially for the admin side. Okay, so we have the request we have the setting option here for admin side. Okay, so click the setting here and go to the general here and click the approval. Alright, so here we focus on the attendance module because we focus on attendance. Alright, so for example, request OT here. Right, so here we already like example from here we already create, but if usually it's a by default it's an employee direct reporting for all. Means direct reporting means each we follow approval we follow based on the reporting person in the profile there. Okay, so if let's say you want to different like different department maybe, or maybe different certain employee have their own approval, you can click add new button here. Okay, so here you can click approval. All right, so you can click approval. You can choose here. If let's say it's a different people, you for level 1 supervisor, we follow based on your reporting person. In the profile there have the reporting to, so we follow based on the reporting to. Okay, so if let's say you have any like certain employee have approval, their own approval, we can choose the name here. Example. Alright, you can click plus button here and click confirm here. Alright, so it will show like this one. Okay, so this is the level 1. If you have a 2 or 3 level, please click the another level here. So click here, another level. So we consider as level 2. Then you need to choose now the approval here. Okay. If you don't want, you just level 1 only, just click delete button here. Okay. So once already done, please click next. Okay. So you can select department here. You can filter option here, or you can do the manual selection here lah. You can choose for certain employee here. So please make sure you enter your approval name here lah. Okay. Alright. So if you want to add the CC email, alright, so usually it's an approval lah, we receive the email. So if you want to others also have the receive the email, what stuff request or maybe approve from the approval, you can add the CC email here lah. You can choose who. to receive the email. Okay, all right. So the other also similar. Let's just proceed, go to add. If let's say if you have a different department or different the employee, certain employee have their own approval, you can click add new and you can proceed go to here lah at the moment. Okay, so this is for the approval setting. All right. So next we go back to our slide. Okay, next we go to the setting. Also same general. Okay, so we go to the attendance. This is the attendance we need to set lah. Usually for the shift, overtime pattern, and also we have the schedule. So schedule is important. We need to assign the schedule. All right. So location, the location you need to create your own location. If you clocking the what we call that using the mobile apps lah to detect the location. So device. And also we have the daily allowance, monthly allowance, and monthly allowance advance lah. So we will cover for today for the setting there. Alright, so how we go to there? Alright, so we move to back to our system. Okay, so we go to the setting again, and also we go to the attendance, and also we go to the shift. Alright, so here is an example we already create lah. So this is the example we already create. So if you want to have your own shift, you can click add new button here, and please enter your shift name. Shift label is so shift label is considered like code for the shift name here lah. And also you can choose the color to different. Let's say you have more than 5 shift, you can choose your own different color lah for each shift. Alright, so shift type we have 3. So we have normal, we have semi-flexible, and we have the flexible. Okay, so flexible means if you select the flexible, automatically system will detect as 8 hours here, but you can change. So you need to complete 8 hours per day lah. So if let's say it's not complete, it's 8 hours per day, so you consider short hours at the moment. So semi-flexi usually used for the like staff F&B, or maybe staff used for work in the factory. So we can use the semi-flexible. So normal is a normal lah, like normal. Okay, so normal. So you can put the start shift start and shift end, and what is the full working days. Alright, so you can choose that is a custom, or if not, you just disable lah. So manual earliest and latest clock. So means let's say you have your especially for night shift, you can set the earliest in time and latest out lah at the moment. Alright, so we have the shift enable for shift allowance. So when you assign the shift, then automatically system will detect the allowance here. But you need to set the minimum working to get the allowance here. Okay, so we have also set for the OT limit. What is the let's say you assign this shift, what is the OT limit for this staff for this shift? Okay, so it's half day, so means if you enable this one, we consider it's a half day, means when clock out only for detect as a half day only at the moment. So pre-approved means you early early overtime how many hours, and late overtime how many hours for pre-approved. So overtime during the break, so means if you have the overtime during the break, you need to enable this function lah. So that staff can request during the break, they can request for the overtime. Okay, so half day leave, yes, you need to set, because we need to check. We need to set as a when you click this when you assign the shift, so automatically system will detect your half day timing lah. At this one, okay. And last one is for the break. So if you want to add the break, yes, you can add the break here, and you can set the start when until when for the break end. Okay, is that variable or flexible? Okay, so you can set from here. Alright, so this is for the how to create the shift. Alright, so we move to the overtime pattern. Okay, so by default, overtime pattern we already create on behalf you, but it depends on your end. If you want to change or maybe you want to add on another different overtime rate for certain employee, you can click a new. So you can click add new button here lah at the moment. So you can enter the overtime rate here, overtime rate name. What's the code? Okay, so this one, you can choose is that for the work day, off day, rest day, or holiday, depends. Okay, so here you can click, you can set 0 to how many hours. What is that variable or fixed? Let's say it's a fixed, you need to put the amount here. If it's a variable, it's just usually it's a normal, it's a 1.5, 2.0, depends. So if you have rounding, you can custom the rounding here. Okay, in none is none lah, like this one. Okay, so this is the how to set the OT pattern. So the condition you can choose lah, whether the certain department only, or maybe you can choose the basic salary, how to get something this one. So we'll detect for this employee only, depends on the condition here you selected here. Okay, so this is how to set the overtime pattern. Right, so next we move to the schedule. Okay, so this is the schedule. Usually as a schedule pattern means we need to set each employee have the on their own schedule lah. Means let's say for HQ we have your own HQ schedule. Maybe sales have your own sales schedule on this one lah. Okay, so example like this one. Okay, so you can click add new. So why important the schedule means we also want to detect the public holiday you assign through the company. Alright, so you can put first we go to the general, you can put the schedule name here. What is the code for the schedule name? And which schedule is included, which shift is included to this schedule. Okay. So once already assigned the schedule, how to assign this shift like this one, and click this arrow button here. So enable exception, usually it's active lah, because we want to detect the lateness, early out, or maybe it's absent. So we need to enable this function, but depends on your practice lah. You can disable also, no problem, like this one. Okay. Alright, so next is a work schedule. Okay, usually work schedule, we can choose the all shift here, rest day and off day. But you need to put the maximum rest day and off day lah here. Okay, so normally it's a maximum hours per week is a 168 hours lah. Okay, then you need to choose the shift for week 1. Okay, so if let's say all the same, you can choose the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday like this one, and just choose the shift here. You can choose lah which shift you want to assign. Okay, so for example like this one. Okay, and you can click apply. So here you can assign the shift here. So off day also same. You can click here. You can click Saturday. You can click Sunday, and add shift here as a maybe off day, rest day, depends. Like this one lah. And then I apply. So this is we set Saturday as off day. So click here Sunday. Click the plus button there, and choose for the rest day, example, and choose for Sunday. Then click apply. Something like this one. Okay, so means the by default is shift like this one lah. This is the default from the shift. So when go through once already assign the schedule, automatically all the shift follow the schedule here lah. But it depends on, let's say if you want to adjust certain date is their different shift, you can enable the duty roster control here, and then you can allow custom shift time. Maybe you want to allow custom break, or it depends, you want to delete or public holiday also, same, no problem. Okay, so next we go to the holiday. Okay, so holiday usually we already set Malaysia, and you need to choose the state lah. Is it Johor, Kuala Lumpur? So if let's say state Johor, different public holiday, right? So you can create different schedule, follow the each stage on this one. Okay, so if you choose for the Kuala Lumpur, so this is the public holiday for the Kuala Lumpur, something like this one lah. Okay, all right, so this is the holiday. So we have option for forfeited holiday if absent before or after. So means before or after, between that, let's say for example Chinese New Year, staff absent on the Wednesday, then it should be Tuesday. Should be Wednesday is public holiday, but Tuesday is absent. So automatically absent, we don't change as a holiday, we change to the absent at the moment. Okay. The next is overtime. So we need to enable overtime. So once already enable overtime, we have two options here. If let's say you have early overtime, you need to enable. If you don't have, just disable only. And also we need to enable the overtime lah at the moment. Okay, so this one we can allow requests for evaluated without clocking. It depends. Okay. Alright, so overtime approve method, we have two options. We have the manual, and also we have the auto. Manual means staff request. That one is OT for based on staff request, or based on the admin can manually adjust lah how many hours they apply for OT for on that day at the moment. Okay, so auto, yes, we have the auto. So we have the three options here. So auto approval, we have three options. So first, intersect actual or pre-approved means it will follow based on the OT request. It's not automatically detect the OT, but it depends on the OT request from the employee. Okay, so actual hours means staff no need to request the OT. System automatically detect your OT hours. It depends on your clock in and last clock out. Okay, pre-approved means we follow your shift pre-approved there. How many hours you set for late in and early. Okay, so we follow that pre-approve first, and after that pre-approve, we'll get the OT at the moment. All right, so below here we have the overtime rounding. So if you want to choose the rounding here, rounding step here, and also we have the overtime allowance payroll item if you want to add the overtime payroll item lah. Okay. Correct. So below here we have the work day, off day, rest day, and public holiday. So we need to put the minimum or maximum overtime here lah. And also we need to choose the rate. Okay, which rate, overtime rate, and we follow here at the moment. And also we have the allowance for overtime lah at the moment. Okay, so we can set the minimum to get the allowance from the overtime. Okay, so this is the setting for the overtime. And next we go to the attendance. All right, so attendance, we have the working hours rounding method, up or down. So this is the rounding step. Okay, so clocking, we have two, auto or first in and last out. Auto means in the row clocking there, it will show you in out, in out, in out, in out. So list all the in out performance clocking lah. If the first in and last out means system will detect will appear two only, in and out. So means first in, last out. But don't worry, for raw data, we show you everything you're clocking lah, each time you're clocking at the moment. Okay. So we have the interval between minutes, and also we have the clocking time rounding and time rounding step, how many minutes on this one. So we have the grace period early in, grace period early out means we grace some certain minute to know detect your late in lah. Let's say for example you put 30 minutes after let's say your first clocking is 9, but you clocking for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, consider no late in again, no late in yet. So after 10 minutes and above, consider have a late-in at the moment. Same goes with the early out. Okay, so this one we have clocking method below here. Okay, so here clocking method you can choose, you can allow to, let's say you want to allow to use the web browser clocking, you need to active here lah. And also location specific clocking means we follow based on your work location you set in the profile at the moment. Okay, so we have the mobile apps clocking if you want to ask them to use the mobile apps to perform clocking. And we have the mobile app offline clocking. And also we have the mobile apps Bluetooth beacon. So this one, if you purchase, you can use this one lah. Last one, use the mobile app Wi-Fi clocking. So means using for specific Wi-Fi only they can perform the clocking using the my apps. Right? Alright, so this is the option when you request, we can hide, or maybe you can require, or maybe you have the optional lah. So here allow lock shift if any pending request, you can put yes lah at the moment. So here we have the reason remark attachment, and also we have this one, the certain part. Okay, you can choose for hide. Hide means when you request, this column will not appear. Optional means you want to key in or you don't want to key in also can. Required means mandatory to key in on this one lah. Okay, once already done, just click the save button here. Okay, so this is the setup for the schedule. Alright, so next we go to the location. Okay, this is the location you can set. Okay, this one is already created. This is the we already do the dummy and also for add on the location lah. Okay, so for example, I already create here the location for my office. Okay, so location address, you need to enter your location address. And what is the longitude latitude? If you not remember your longitude latitude, you can search here lah, the location. Where is your location? Okay, once already done, you can put the radius meter, clocking radius meter lah. So within 100 meter or 50 meter depends on your location there at the moment. Okay, then you can click save button. That's all. So this is the location if you want to create a location now. Alright, so next is the device. So here we have two. Usually we are using for cloud device lah if you purchase the device. So once you already purchase the device, you need to create a new button here. You need to put your device name, what is the label code, what is the location, and this the device ID. Device ID means your serial number on that device lah. If you purchase, I think if you see the quotation, so we have the serial number, you can put the serial number there. Okay, so this is for the how to add the cloud device. So next is for daily allowance. So this is a daily allowance you want to create. Let's say you want to create different daily allowance, you can create this one lah. Okay, for example, here I already create here to get to 20 ringgit. So you can put the applicable for which day type. Is that workday, rest day, or public holiday? Or is that for applicable for all shift, or maybe all certain shift? You need to choose for the certain shift lah, and need to put the criteria to get this allowance. If you don't set any criteria for get this allowance, so staff will not able to get the daily allowance yet. Okay, so once already done, you can put here, if you want to put the payroll item also can. You need just put, then will auto sync the daily allowance there. And then next is condition. So which employee you want to assign the daily allowance. Okay, so once done, just click the save button here. That's all. So this is the for create the daily allowance. Okay, next we have the monthly allowance. So usually it's a monthly like this one lah. So attendance, let's say your monthly get the 100 for attendance. Yes, you can set from here. Condition allowance, and also we have the condition deduction. What is the amount? You need to choose the payroll item. So this is the criteria. If let's say staff have applied leave taken or maybe absent or MC, will auto detect as a 0 lah. So means will not get the allowance. Okay. Alright, so once already done, click condition which employee you want to assign, and you can check whether it's correct or not, then you can click save button here. Okay, so this is for the monthly allowance. Okay, next is go to the monthly allowance advance. So like this one. Okay, so advance means if you want to like add on the certain criteria. Okay, for the monthly allowance, not every criteria can add on, but for the advance, you can choose like this one lah, the criteria condition, or else or something you want to adjust it. Okay, so this is the criteria you can choose lah. So we consider like advance lah. This is the advance. So certain allowance, maybe you want to use the advance to get to achieve the criteria, or maybe you want to like, let's say for replacement leave, if staff apply unplanned replacement leave, so you can choose this advance on this one. Okay, all right. So this is for the setting. Alright, so just now we already covered for the setting for attendance. Alright, so where can we get the clock raw data? So first, you are from the web clocking. Second is a device. So first, internal device like my device, and third party device. Alright, so this is the example raw data. Raw data means from the web clocking and also from the apps and device. So third party means if you choose for the if you have your own device, so that one we use for the Dropbox. Means from the Dropbox that it will send your attendance automatically. But this one is a you can discuss with your implementation, your implementer lah on this one. Okay. So third party manual import. So this is the clock. First clocking text file sample. Navigate to the setting, attendance, device, and add new. Right. So third is update the device name and label. And click mapping tab, and next upload the text file, performing mapping. So this is the raw text file format, for example lah, like this one. So for first row is a date, month, year, and second row is hours, minute, and third row is a card ID or attendance ID, and last one is IO is a in and out at the moment. Alright, so next is a process for attendance, batch assigned schedule, import or sync clocking data, view and edit daily attendance, view and edit individual attendance using the duty roster and batch process. So this is the monitoring clocking data. Alright, so how to go there? Attendance. How to do the batch assigned schedule? You can choose the attendance, batch assigned schedule. Alright, so how to go there? So I will go back to our system. So let's say if you have more than more than 10 and above, we can use the attendance batch to assign the schedule for each employee. Okay, so you can choose the certain date and also which schedule. Okay, and click continue. Then you can choose for all, or maybe you can choose for certain. You can filter it here, or you can manual selection here. Then you can click process button. So this is how to do the batch assign schedule. Okay. All right. So first this one. Okay. Second is utility import clock data. Clock data sync or import. Okay. So once you already go to the import clock data, you can click the utility import, and you can click the attendance, click next. Once you already click next, you can click attendance. All right. So you can select the device. Then you can click to upload TXT file and click next to process. So this is the import clock data from the device lah. But usually it's this one is do the manually lah. But usually it's automatically will updated through from the device to the worksheet lah. So this is the option. Let's say your attendance not appear or not seen, you just proceed click for manually lah at the moment. Okay. Alright. So here is for the attendance view and edit. Okay, first we go to the attendance, daily attendance, individual attendance, or the Thursday week. Okay, so here we're going to show you from the system. Okay, first I will show you for the import attendance just now. So go to utility here, okay, and then go to the import tools and click the attendance and click next. Okay, and then click the attendance and click next, and please choose the device, okay, and click here button to upload, and then once already click here and click next. That's all. So this is for the utility import for attendance. Okay, so next we go to the attendance and click attendance. We go to daily attendance. Okay, so this is the example for daily attendance. So if you want to choose the day here, and you can choose the employee here. Okay, you can edit and you can click the raw data to view the raw data lah. If you want to adjust something, if you want to adjust the shift, you can click here the edit shift details here. Okay, so you can choose for work day, off day, public holiday, or none, depends. And you can choose the shift. Alright, so if you want to manually add on your clocking data, you can click add the clocking data lah, and you can choose the time in and the timing and what is the location, and you can enter the remarks. Once already done, you can click the save button here. If you have the daily allowance, you can the daily allowance will appear here lah. And also we have the absent. If you absent, if you want to set the reason, you can set the reason here at the moment. Okay, so this is for the daily allowance, daily attendance. So this one by daily. For second one is an individual attendance. So means individual attendance based on monthly lah. Like this one, you can set the range 1 until when. Okay, you can choose here. If you want to log, you can log from here lah. You can select log. Selected this for log. Tick for all, and you can click log here at the moment. Okay, so this is the part from the part for attendance, but this one is same like daily attendance, but the difference is you can see the based on date range, but daily is a day by day lah at the moment. Okay, so we go to the duty roster control here. Okay, so here we have the duty roster control. So from here you can choose for certain date or certain day. You can change the shift. Let's say for example like this one. I choose here. I click the shift here. Like this one, for example, I choose here. Okay, I choose, and then I change from here the shift here. So like this one, for example, like this. So like this one lah. So I choose here. Right, so just select the shift and tick the certain shift you want to change at the moment. And also we have option for that. We have option for select assign shift here. Okay, so you can choose date, start date, and end date, and you can choose the which shift. And once you already done choose a shift for each day, you can enable which employee will get this attendance lah. And then you can click confirm button here. So for this one, we have option for location you want to select it for location for certain location for this shift. Also you can choose here. Okay, once already done the change, you need to click the public change here. So this is how to set for how to manually, let's say you want to manually adjust the amend the certain date for certain shift. So you can use the duty roster here. Okay, so this is for the duty roster. Right, so this is for the attendance for attendance view part. Okay, all right, next we move to our slide. Attendance to view and edit service from the daily allowance, individual attendance and duty roster. You can view and you can edit and you can save at the moment. All right, so next is the report. So allow to pull report and further massage means from here you can pull the report here attendance and then report here attendance, and in this report you can view and you can adjust it from here lah at the moment. All right, so how to view the attendance report? So we go back to the hour system. So here, go to the report here. And also we go to the attendance. All right, so from here, we able to view the certain attendance report here. Okay, so this one is all the attendance report. All right, so here you can choose for which part you want to view lah. For example, usually, for example, we can choose for the report, attendance, and we have the individual attendance here. Okay, so here you can choose for certain date. Let's say for example like this one, I custom for last month and I click the uh, generate report. For generate report, we will follow based on your how many data in the system lah. So some will take time to generate the report. Okay, like this one. Right, so like this one, so this is the report for individual attendance. All right, so here we will have the option also. You can click this one to print as a PDF, and also you can export to the Excel lah. So if you click this button, okay. So next, we go to the report also. And also we have the interactive report. So interactive report means you can set your own, what we call that, your own column, certain column. And also certain column will appear based on what you want to view it lah. I don't know. Huh? Okay, so from here for the attendance report, so here we have the daily time card interactive. So this one you can choose and you can select which column you want to view it lah. For example, like this one. Alright, so from here we have the column you want to tick or you don't want to tick. So you can untick for certain part you don't want to appear, you can untick here. And also you can filter here, no problem. Alright, so here column, so you can choose untick, you can untick disable or enable for certain column lah. If you don't want, you just untick only, or maybe you can filter part here. Okay, so once already filter from here, you can click here icon, three icon here, and you can export to Excel. So this one for export to Excel only for interactive. Okay, so let's say if you want to see the overtime, employee overtime history, you can choose from here. We have two options. One is a normal one, means normal is based on PDF lah. Second one is interactive. Interactive means just now lah, I just show you like this one. So this is the interactive. Okay, so at one space you can filter which employee you want to view it at the moment. Okay, and you can click the generate button now once you already select for certain employee. Right, so the character like this one, you can tick untick for certain column you want to appear. So this is for the overtime history. So we have the overtime details. Okay, so you can choose for certain employee at the moment, and also you can generate report. So this is the report example. So here is for the overtime details, the primary work, plan work, shift, and also we have the overtime pre-approved, total approved OT. So we show it from here lah. But this one only for export to Excel or maybe print. You need to save as a PDF if you want to save it as a PDF lah. So same goes to the employee history interactive. So detail interactive also same. You can choose the certain column, certain part you want to view it at the moment. Okay. Example like this one. So generate CSV means if you click the generate CSV there, it's automatically system will update how to generate the file. If you want to view first, you can click the generate report first at the moment. Okay. So also we have the pending report, pending incomplete, pending overtime, pending absent. So this is the three of pending at the moment have the from the system lah at the moment. So here you can choose the certain period date and you can generate the report who is a pending to the to approve lah at the moment. Something like this one lah. And also the approval position, approval name, approval label, what is the status, is that pending or maybe it's pending, it shows it's pending to approve lah at the moment. Okay, so this is for the pending incomplete entry. So overtime also same and absent also same similar with the format there at the moment. So we have the employee early out and also we have the lost hours and also we have the absent summary. And also we have the clocking incomplete entry data report, and we have the monthly allowance report. So year to date for the lost hours report, we have year to date for overtime report. And also we have the health record declaration. So this one, if you want to view your health declaration, so you can generate the report like this one lah. This. And also we have the before this we don't have the raw clock data. Now we already have the raw clock data report lah at the moment. So here you can generate, you can view all the raw clock data, longitude and latitude at the moment. Okay, so raw clock data means from the raw clock data from the individual attendance or daily attendance. There's a raw clock data, right? So from there you can view at the moment. Usually before this, just view from the individual attendance. Now we already have the report to view all the raw clock data here at the moment. Okay. All right. So here is a report at the moment. Okay. So we take a break. So after 11:15, we continue. And once done, everything is done, we go through the Q&A session. Okay. So we meet again on 11:15, and then we continue our training. Thank you so much. Alright, so welcome to our training. Alright. So this one, okay, so next is so this is the example attendance report just now we go through. The next is a log shift. Okay. So I explain to you for the log shift. Okay, so this log shift means we need to perform before you process the payroll. Why? So because of you want to sync all the daily allowance, so all the daily allowance or sorry, you want to sync the daily allowance, you want to sync the OT, lateness, or early out, absent, everything, you need to perform log shift. If you didn't perform log shift, but this one it depends on the payroll setting there. Okay, the payroll policy. Maybe you after this you know lah. You when you attend the training for the payroll. So it will depends on the payroll policy setting there. Okay. So if you enable that function, the function is if you enable that function, so you don't need to perform any log attendance. If you disable that function, so you need to perform the log attendance. And then the overtime will auto sync based on the you need to log based on the cutoff lah at the moment. Okay, so how to log? First, you go to the shift attendance, batch, and batch log shift. Okay, so where to go? So I will proceed go here. So how to do the batch log shift? You can go to attendance, batch, batch log shift. Okay, you can choose the maybe you can choose the cutoff, or maybe you can choose, let's say you cut off the first until second, this one lah, like this one. Okay, so maybe let's say like 16, so 16 until 15, something like this one. Okay, and click continue and click log here, log. If you want to untick, you can mark as a pending lah to unlock. Okay, and you can continue and can proceed to log. All right, so actually I forgot to explain to you further on this one. Okay, so batch process. So if you already done like already done the assign the shift right and the schedule there, you can select the date range and you can click the reset existing shift duty roster, and you can select which schedule and you can proceed to process. So batch process means if you want to reset again, or maybe you want to refresh again. Let's say for example like that one have the OT, but the OT not appear, for example. So you can reset, you can perform reset clock data and automatically system will update you the OT. Sometimes like will happen like that one lah. Okay, so we also have the batch clock in and clock out. So if you want to do the batch update for certain date in and out the same, you can choose from here. Okay, and also we have the change date time. For certain date, you can change from the work day to rest day or maybe holiday, depends. But follow based on the schedule lah. You need to need to the schedule at the moment. All right. So last one is a batch purge. If you want to reset everything, batch purge means we reset based on what you do the manually. Before this, you do the manually, so it will return back to the old data. So this one you need to be careful before you want to do the purge. Okay. All right. So for the admin side, okay. So this is for the admin side. We have the request on behalf and approve on behalf. Just request only, but not approve. Okay, it's just request only for employee. All right. So request on behalf means you request for on behalf for the staff. Maybe that staff have like yeah. Sometimes staff have issue from their own phone. Maybe okay. So maybe they want that certain place they don't have any like internet or something, so you can ask them, they can inform to HR. HR can inform, HR can help them to request on behalf. Okay, so request on behalf, similar like to the my request there. Just click new request and just proceed to select the date, something like this one. Okay, so this is the new request for the request on behalf lah. But this one is a request on behalf for the staff, not approve. It's not auto approve, it's just request only. Once already request on behalf, so automatically the approver will receive the notification and approver need to perform the approve lah. So let's say the situation like your site or maybe your approver not available on that time. So ask HR to approve on behalf first. So you can select here which you want to approve on behalf. Okay. So from here, in the list of employee, you need to search for approver, not for the employee request. So you need to search for approver, which approver, and then you can approve on behalf. Okay. So you can search and you can see if any pending, you can proceed to approve from here at the moment. Okay. So this is for request approve on behalf. All right. This staff schedule. So this one is manually one by one lah. You need to choose employee, which employee. Let's say for example new employee or something. So you can choose and you can add a new schedule here at the moment. Okay, when the start date and then what is the schedule name. That's all. Then once already assigned the schedule, then you can proceed to do the batch process and batch process here to appear the schedule. All right, so I have one question from here from the from here. So what is the difference for duty roster and schedule? Okay, so different duty roster and schedule. Okay, schedule is a default from the setting. So means schedule means we need to set the default shift for each employee. Let's say, okay, for default shift means the shift the same only. Let's say, for example, office. The shift the same. Office, 9 until 6, for example. So, all grown months will follow based on the office shift lah, and also off day and Saturday and Sunday is off day. Okay, so duty roster, let's say, your staff has different off day. Okay, so this is the situation. You staff have different off day. Yes, you can first you just assign the schedule first, and then the supervisor part need to assign which off day for each their staff. So means from here attendance, duty roster week. Okay, so from here you can ask supervisor to change which off day for each employee. Alright. So like duty roster means you have like different off day. Maybe you have the different shift for each day. Also, you need to use this one. You need to use the duty roster to control, and you can adjust amend for certain date and that certain date have their own shift and maybe they are different off day. It depends. It will follow based on your practice. Okay. So usually like duty roster means like for those who work F&B and also like work in the factory. So work F&B and factory is a different shift. Let's say 1 month have night shift, maybe 2 weeks night shift, and then another 2 weeks is day shift. So you can use the duty roster here to do the changes. Okay. All right. So here we just focus for the attendance only at the moment. And then we go back to our slide. Okay, just now we already covered for log shift. All right, so training summary. So apply and approve time application, set up shift working hours, and set up overtime rate, set up schedule, assign to the schedule, use the duty roster, and how to monitor attendance, view and resolve exception status, view report, and last one is a log shift summary. All right, so action, what you should do next after the training. So maybe you are first time, or maybe you are already done before this, but you want to refresh again how to do. So first, you just create the OT pattern. Your own go to create your own OT pattern means based on your company practice. Create shift and schedule. Create approval of workflow. And next one, if you have the daily allowance and monthly, you can create the daily allowance and monthly allowance. Alright. So fifth, set up clocking device. And then you can, and last one, you can, once already done, you can assign the schedule to the employee. All right, so helpful tips. So we have the online base, knowledge base. So after training, but you want to check again, you want to remind again what is the how to how to add the schedule, how to add the new shift. You can use this link to search whatever you want to do, want to search for the guideline. Okay, so from there we have guideline step by step. You can follow and you can try to use it. Okay, so last one is a FAQ. So it just drop any FAQ at the moment. So I will answer to you from the FAQ there lah. So just any question just drop from there and I will answer directly from there. Okay. All right. So I just wait. Now is a Q&A session. You just any question, just put in the Q&A platform there. Then I will answer you immediately on this one. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. So if you don't have any question, we will proceed to close we will end our training for today. So anything, just if you have any question or maybe you want to ask more question, you can go through with your implementation or your implementer, or maybe you can raise a new ticket lah. You can submit a ticket to create any your required from the system. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day.